Hello, my name is Agatha, my email is dunyazade@gmail.com, and this is a tarot reading for Keanu Reeves, okay? I felt like it. So, the question that I will be asking the tarot is, what does the future hold for Keanu Reeves for the next 12 months? So, what does the future hold for Keanu Reeves for the next 12 months? It's going to be, and I'm going to use the Cosmic Tarot and the Soul Cards Tarot. It's going to be a 20-card reading in which I'm using the Celtic Cross. So for each one usually the Celtic Cross is a 10-card reading. So for each one of those 10 cards, I'm going to use a clarification card from the Soul Cards. Also, I'm going to use the Messenger Oracle as an advice card. So in total it's going to be 20 cards. So let's see, what does the future hold for Keanu Reeves generally, okay, it's a general reading. What does the future hold for Keanu Reeves for the next 12 months? Today is I think 16th of November 2020, 16th of November 2020, so more or less from December 2020 up to November 2021. So more or less, yeah, more or less from December 2020 to November 2021. So what does the future hold for Keanu Reeves for the next 12 months? I'm going to cut, and I'm going to show you so the 10 cards. 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a clarification card for each one of these cards from the Soul Cards Oracle deck. So what does the future hold? What does the future hold for Keanu Reeves for the next 12 months? And again, this is a very general reading for Keanu Reeves. What does the future hold for Keanu Reeves for the next 12 months? I'm going to cut, and I'm going to take 10 cards as a these are clarification cards. So 1, oh my god, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, 8, okay, 9, okay, 10. I don't know if he's sick or ill, but the last 2 cards are a bit disturbing. Some health issues might happen in Keanu Reeves' life, because this card to me always these are kind of like the soul cards are kind of like oracle cards, and you read them in an intuitive level. And this one to me always seemed like someone who's really tired, someone who's so tired. To me it feels like illness. The 4 of Cups, sometimes the 4 of Cups is like resting, not much is happening. But together with this card might speak of illness. I really hope that's not the case. It's just weird. I don't like this. I don't like this card for him, the last one. Now, so I'm gonna use now 1 card from the Messenger Oracle, and I love this deck by Ravin Felon. Beautiful, beautiful deck. So what is the advice from Keanu Reeves' guardian angels to him for the next 12 months? What is the advice from Keanu Reeves' guardian angels to him for the next 12 months? What is the advice, the main advice for Keanu Reeves' guardian angels for the next 12 months? I'm going to cut. I'm going to take one card. Hear the ancient ones. Ooh. Hear the ancient ones. This card is usually so kind of, to me it's kind of weird, but I'm going to read from the little guidebook. So this is number 15. 15. So it's here. If Keanu Reeves happens to see my video, that would be awesome. So, what does the little book says in terms of advice for him for the next 12 months? The indigenous peoples of the world are those who have lived in harmony with the land for countless generations. Among them are the elders whose knowledge and wisdom can teach us of our relationship with nature, of living a life of empathetic awareness, and to better understand our role as caretakers of the earth. Okay. They can teach us the wisdom of taking only what we need, of wasting little, and of honoring all sacrifices made, so that you may live and grow. Hear the wisdom of the ancient ones. Learn from their knowledge, lore, and traditions. Okay. Okay, this is the advice. I'm going to do the reading so I can understand this better. Honestly, are like the guardian angels of Keanu Reeves telling him like, go to nature, go live in the country. I have no idea. I have no idea if he'd like to do that. Okay, so this is the advice. Okay. I'm gonna do the reading now. So how many are major arcana cards? He has a 10. He has 2 10s. He has the strength card. Just one. He has 1 major arcana card. He has 2 10s. Okay. So there might be some sort of endings in his life for the next 12 months because of the 2 10s. However, because there's only 1 major arcana card for him, I would say that for the next year, for the next 12 months, there will not be like major transformations in Keanu Reeves' life. I would say that because I only see 1 major arcana card. Okay, so let's start with the theme. The theme for his life is given by the Ace of Wands. This is this deck is this. Well, it's this is the tarot, cosmic tarot, but this is the Spanish. It's a Spanish deck. Well, originally it's a German deck, but I have the Spanish version. So it's Tarot Cosmico. It was given to me by like Secret Santa last year. Or the year before that. Anyway, so I got that as Secret Santa and I loved it. So As de Bastos, it's Ace of Wands in translated. Some sort of new beginning for him. No, some sort of new beginning that might entail, because of the 2 10s, some sort of ending. And I don't like the end of the reading because it ends with illness. I don't know if he's going to be ill. Again, I only wish him good things, okay? I just don't like these because these are the 2 final cards. And one is not necessarily bad, it's the 4 of Cups. And in this deck, kind of seems like a young Keanu Reeves, doesn't it? Does it not seem like a young Keanu Reeves here? And he seems like to me, I see him as smiling. And he's happy and he's not doing anything and it's fine. is absolutely fine. However, the other card is sick, illness. It's just, I don't know, it's so weird. I don't like this. I don't like this card, honestly, as the final outcome. It's like he's ill, and he has to rest, but it doesn't feel necessarily, how do I say, it doesn't feel bad for resting. He feels happy that he kind of has to rest. He's a Virgo. He has like 3 or 4 planets in Virgo. And Virgos, with, well, that amount of Virgo in his natal chart, and he himself says so, I'm sorry, they can be workaholics, okay? They can work and work and work and work. To me, it feels, not that I've done the rest of the reading, it feels like he's kind of forced to rest because he's ill, he's sick. I don't know what type of illness, okay? I have no idea. But it's almost like he's happy that he's resting. And sometimes some people who are workaholics, they will not rest until their body forces them to rest. So it's like, oh, finally I can rest. It's like almost like he's happy that he's forced to rest, and maybe he might go to the country to have this advice card. Makes more sense in that way. So maybe you'll go to the nature, to the country, I don't know, like to a place surrounded by nature where he can rest, because the final card, I see the countryside, I see a horse. It's like fine, but very tired. He's fine, he's happy to be in the country, recuperating. He's happy to be in nature, recuperating, but he's very tired at the same time. I don't know if this makes any type of sense, okay? So this doesn't have necessarily to be a physical illness. It could be just emotionally he needs a break. It could be that. It could be that emotionally speaking, he needs a break. But it's like he needs to be forced to have that break. Otherwise, you would not stop working. I don't know. But anyway, in the beginning, the theme is some sort of new beginning. There's a new beginning for him. This could be a movie. You know, this could be some sort of project that is really passionate about it, because the wands represent fire and represent passion and enthusiasm and joy, literally fire. So he's fired up for this new project, whatever it is. Again, could be a movie, could be any other type of thing. And this is the clarification card. Now, this card reminds me of the Hermit card. The Hermit card in the tarot deck is connected with the sign of Virgo. Does it not seem? So again, it's him. So this, and the Virgo and the Hermit could be a highly spiritual card, where you go within, where you are alone, but not necessarily lonely, where you just retreat. You have like a kind of frugal life, and you devote yourself entirely to spirituality, for instance. The Virgo can have many meanings. So it could be that, some sort of new project that might be connected with spirituality. I don't know. Is he making some sort of Buddha movie, another Buddha movie? So, for instance, I'm going to give here an example. A project, I'm thinking movie, because he's an actor. I don't know if he produces movies, I have no idea. So it's a project that he's fired up about it, maybe connected with spirituality at some level. I see to me it kind of seems like a monk, doesn't it? Like a Buddhist monk. Also, this guy has the hands open. So some sort of generosity. If it's not a movie, it's like a project that is really enthusiastic about it, where he's going to be generous. I don't know, but I'm thinking it's more movie, creativity, connected with spirituality. some sort of spirituality. I don't know. I really don't know. Now, that which is yet not seen is the Princess of Coins. And this is the clarification card. The Princess of Coins might represent, I'm going to say, a woman, a young woman even. And coins is connected with the earth element, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, again Virgo. So I'm going to say Capricorn because I see this little, I don't know, this is a goat. Can you see this? Like on the top of a mountain there's a goat, which is, you know, connected with Capricorn, and in her forehead there's another symbol of Taurus. I think this is Taurus. Yeah, I think it's Taurus. So this could be a young woman because it's the princess. So a young woman, you might meet a young woman with something in Capricorn and Taurus, and could be like 20s, 30s, could be even someone older who might be a bit immature, but honestly I see this as a young woman. Or this could be a young project, again. Princess, again, it's something new, something that will need to be developed. Again, I'm going to give all sorts of examples, okay, because I'm not a psychic, I'm a tarot reader, among other things. I'm not a psychic, I have no idea. So this could have several meanings, so I'm going to give all possible meanings that I can think of in order to interpret these cards. So, yeah, that which is yet not seen, this new project that he's fired about, okay, there's a new project that he wants to do. So it needs to go, it needs to be developed, therefore a young energy. The princess could be a young, not a person, but a young energy that will develop this project within the next 12 months. But this is the clarification card. This is not a nice card. I see this card as some sort of like a bad karma cycle, that things go around and around and around and just go further and further and further down the pit. You see it? It feels like it's a person eating their own person. Well, it feels like a person here, and there seems like they're eating their own tail. It's just a cycle, a very bad cycle, because the colors are dark. So if this is a project, it's going to be, again, Virgos are very, even though to me this is Capricorn and Taurus, I don't see here Virgo, but Virgos, like Keanu is, sometimes they are perfectionists, okay, and they want to develop things to a perfectional level, to a perfect level. They don't like to do just okay or good. They want to make it perfect. So if that's that type of thing, is developing something, is developing a new project, is like going over the thing a million times, and that's really bad for him, and even it might have a toll on his health, because he might be working way too much. Whatever it is, it might have some sort of spiritual tones, a spiritual theme, and I think it's a movie. Again, I don't know, okay? So he wants to make it perfect, and he's like developing the things like almost like every single detail, is going over every single detail in a very obsessive sort of level. Okay, this is one way of reading it. Another way, it's a woman. He's going to meet a woman, a young woman, and he might be connected to her at some sort of karmic level because of this card. So let's say that there's such a thing as past lives. I have no idea. I don't think anyone knows. Well, it depends. But I don't know. I mean, I think it makes sense, but I don't know. So this person, even though he meets her, and it's a woman, because it showed up as a woman, he might have met her in previous lifetimes. And they're connected in a way that it's not healthy, okay? It's some sort of karmic connection that it's not healthy. Now the theme, the basis, There's the Ten of Cups. And there's this card. Huh, interesting. The clarification cards seem to be like the most interesting cards right now. You see this clarification card? It's a person. And this person is speaking something. And it seems to be speaking another person. So to me, it's like speaking a person into reality, manifesting a person. You know, this is weird. Okay. I'm gonna say it. I don't know if this is true or not. It kind of feels like maybe Keanu Reeves wants to manifest like the perfect girlfriend or wife. He wants to manifest the perfect, I don't know, the perfect life with someone else. And he's doing that. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if he's like bringing from the pits of darkness like the perfect woman for him, who would be a young woman, and she would have something in Capricorn and Taurus. 20s, 30s, like 20s, more like 20s. I don't know if he's doing that. Does he want to do that? Is he like focusing on that? I don't know. Is this dumb to think that Keanu Reeves uses the law of attraction, and right now or for the next 12 months he's focusing on manifesting his perfect girlfriend? Does this make any type of sense? Like the Ace of Wands is also passion, a new passion. Not necessarily creative, but an actual new passion, a new girlfriend. It could be a new girlfriend. And he manifests like his perfect girlfriend. Sweet, wonderful, just like the dream girlfriend. However, at the same time, it feels like she seems too good to be true. And there's some sort of karmic connection between them, which is not necessarily positive. No. Let's see another way of reading this. These cards, the basis. The Ten of Cups is the ultimate happiness. So the movie, if it's a movie, if this is a new project, he's working on a movie connected with spirituality, connected with the ultimate happiness. I don't know, enlightenment. It feels like Buddha. He did a movie about Buddha when he was younger. So maybe, I don't know, again, something in that direction, something in that theme. So a movie connected with spirituality, connected with the ultimate happiness, and connected with speaking things into life, creating realities, creating the reality that we desire. Is that like a movie about the law of attraction? I don't know. Oh my God. I don't know. Oh, que é isto? Sai, rapaz, sai. It's a bug, a little bug here. I don't know. What else? What else could this be? Now, the Ten of Cups. I've seen it. Even though, like, the tens mean end, they could mean ending, but they can mean the perfect. This one in particular, the Ten of Cups, is like the ultimate happiness. The thing, like living the most perfect life, the most beautiful life, like having domestic bliss. Everything is perfect. We are emotionally deeply fulfilled at every level. Okay, this is the meaning connected with the Ten of Cups. However, I have seen this card working also as an ending of sorts, because it's the 10. And the ending would be, things are great, things are perfect, in whatever level, in whatever area of your life, everything is fine, but then this card shows up and it tells me that whatever was great and wonderful in your life might come to an end, might come to a closure. So it could also be that something is great and fabulous in his life, but it's about to end. maybe it's necessary, this thing to end, in order to kind of force him to go on this spiritual path, if this makes any type of sense. Oh my God, I didn't expect this. I expected something else, okay? For Keanu Reeves, I expected... This seems like spirituality, like a spiritual reading. So far, let's see the rest, okay? Now, the past connected with the present and the future. The past, we have the King. Oh, the King of Cups. Oh, Cancer. See the Cancer here? And he has, I think, 2 planets in Cancer. He has Mars and Venus in Cancer. And this is the, and this is the clarification card. Okay. So, the King of Cups might represent someone late 30s or after the age of 40 from a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. I'm going to say this represents Keanu. And especially because there's the sign of Cancer right here. So usually the King of Cups is a highly empathic person. You know, someone who is wise, someone who gives also good advice, someone who gives emotional support, someone who is really empathic and kind of psychic. I'm going to go with maybe, perhaps, Keanu has some sort of psychic abilities. He might have it. And then there's this clarification card, which is interesting. Because to me, it shows like an old man, and he's unwrapping things. So the King of Cups can also be, for instance, a therapist. Could be a doctor, could be a therapist, psychologist. I'm going to go that, to me, it represents him in the past, Keanu, as unwrapping things about himself. This is a spiritual reading. This is so weird. It's like he goes inside of himself to understand himself better. And he doesn't have it's not a problem, but he doesn't have fear of doing that. So he's unwrapping his stuff, so to speak, quote unquote, unwrapping himself, unwrapping all of himself, his fears, his qualities, his shadow. And he does this. Either he does this with a therapist, or he does this himself. He goes inside himself and he unwraps himself. He knows himself like a deep necessity to know himself. Oh my God, this is a spiritual reading. It feels like that. It feels like he's kind of used to that. So maybe after he's like done with that, done with knowing himself, he wants to put this into a movie, not necessarily about himself, but almost like maybe guidance for others. Does this make any type of sense? I have no idea. Which would make sense with this clarification card of speaking things into reality. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this movie, possible future movie, might be some sort of guidance for others to do the same. And in this possible future movie, there could be a theme of, initially, of love that unravels something deeper and more profound, spiritually speaking. I don't know. Now, that which is in his mind or that which he wants. This is more that which is in his mind. 10 of Swords, and this is the guy, this is the clarification card. This is not a nice clarification card. This is a guy who's, to me, it's like a guy who's threatening to steal something from you. Now, again, I'm going to go with illness, some sort of illness. I only wish good things to Keanu, okay? Sorry, but the 10 of Swords, this is not a good card. There could be some sort of illness that might debilitate him. I don't know what type. Maybe throughout the years he did a lot of action movies, and he had to do a lot of training. Therefore, that might have some sort of result in his body. So maybe when he moves, he aches all over. Could be that. This also reminds me of Wick. Somehow, I don't know how many movies he did with Wick. I saw 2 of them, I think. Mostly it was not swords, it was guns, and he did other movies where he used swords. Okay, let's see. Let's see what I understand now. This is not what he wants. This is what is in his mind. Could be aching body, but he needs to, regardless of his aching body, he needs to fulfill his professional obligations. He feels that people are demanding that he fulfills his professional obligations, even though he might not feel all that well, and this is for the next 12 months. Another way of reading this, some sort of betrayal, okay? Someone betrays him. A betrayal, okay? I don't know what type of betrayal. It could be you thought about someone and everything was fine with this person. Like in the midst of this new movie, this new project, and everything was fine, and it was kind of bliss to work on this new project. There's someone new who he meets. He gets entangled with this person, and this is the person who betrays him. I don't know. This could be like, it's like a feeling of being stolen. Someone takes something from him. Because to me, this clarification card, this guy is stealing something from him. Stealing peace of mind, or a betrayal of some kind. But there's some sort of ending here in his life. Something comes to an ending. Someone demands something of him. Someone steals something from him. Someone reveals his colors. And this really is going to have a toll, or like a toll. Yes, a toll. It's going to affect him more, like emotionally speaking. There's I don't know, a betrayal of some kind. There could be a betrayal of some kind, or his body betrays him, or he just feels ill, or emotionally speaking, the way he feels emotionally after some sort of betrayal. And when I say betrayal, is at all levels, professional, family-wise, or romantic, or friends. I don't know, some sort of betrayal. And this might affect his body. I don't know what this is. I know I seem like all over the place, but sometimes readings don't make sense initially. They only make sense like a year, because this is why I like to make the reading at least for 12 months. So, but there's something, he's worried about something. He's enthusiastic about something, but at the same time he's worried about something. Now, the next 2 to 3 months, and we are in November, December, January, December. We have the Strength card. And we have this nice clarification card. So the Strength card, January, February, speaks of the ability to have self-control, for instance, the ability to have courage. So maybe in 2 to 3 months he might have to demonstrate that he's courageous, that he's brave. And I'm not talking about physically speaking. You know, you can be brave by quietly saying no, for instance. But he must demonstrate his courage. Maybe it's going to be courageous for him to start this new project. This is something that maybe he never tried before. And it needs to be he would need to have courage to try this, to start this new movie. And he's really enthusiastic. If he needs to be courageous in order to start this new project, is feeling like a kid, almost like a new toy, a kid like with a new toy. That's how he feels now. This could also be that in 2 to 3 months time he might meet someone from the sign of Leo, sun, moon or rising. You know, could be a man, could be a woman, and someone who's playful, and someone with whom he's going to have a lot of fun. And when I say a lot of fun, don't think it's a girlfriend, it could be anyone. It could be like a new guy and he has a lot of fun with this person, like a new friend. I don't know, but either he needs to demonstrate some sort of courage in order to advance to a new project, or you meet someone from with a Leo sign, sun, moon or rising, and it's great. He just really likes to be with this person. Feels like a kid again, being with this person. Now, the next two cards represent him. So it's the King of Coins. He's rich, okay? Keanu Reeves is really rich, which is fabulous, fantastic for him. King of Coins represents someone from a earth sign, Virgo, yeah, like him, Capricorn or Taurus. After the age, late 30s or after the age of 40, he was born in, I think, in 1964, so yeah. Someone who's pragmatical, someone who's really good with money, someone who's a leader, someone who's practical. All of this is keywords connected with the sign of Virgo, even though here we see the goat, which is also connected with the sign of Capricorn, which is interesting. So, money, in terms of money, there's no problems. In terms of being practical, grounded, pragmatical, all of these are keywords connected with him, Keanu, and with the sign of Virgo. He has all of these qualities, okay? And this is the clarification card. To me, this card always looked really spiritual. To me, it's like almost, so to speak, like some sort of deity looking upon you in a very good way, in a very contented sort of way. So it's like he's using this money in a good way. He's using his skills, his practical skills, his pragmatism, the sense that he has, his groundness is using that in a very good way. If I'm making, and his money is using all of his resources, inside resources, inner resources, and outside resources, like material resources, all of his resources in a very good way. Again, connected with some sort of new project that I would say it's spiritual in nature. This is not a love reading, by the way. To me, this is a spiritual reading. Now, another thing connected with the Strength card, it means self-control. And could be a spiritual card as well. So self-control, self-domain. Self-domain. I don't know, dominating his inner child, or dominating a part of himself that will allow for his inner child to come out and play. I don't know exactly how to read this. Now, the next two cards represent his environment, or people around him, or the way he is perceived by others around him, or by others, like the collective also. There's this Two of Swords, and there's this card. Oh my God. There's two cards here that speak of never-ending karma. That's how I see it, because it's a circle, a never-ending spiral. It's not a circle, it's a spiral. Sorry. You see, it's like a spiral that goes downwards and downwards, never-ending spiral. It feels like he's great, honestly. Actually, everybody has this opinion of Keanu, that he's a great, fantastic person. There's like countless accounts of the fact that he's a great person. But he's human, right? And if he's human and he's here with us, with the rest of us, it means if we, I don't know, take into account certain religions, it means that he has karma to deal with, right? I'm Catholic. The way we are taught is that we have the original sin. So a baby who's born, that baby is not innocent, that baby already has the original sin. So this is Catholicism. But in I don't know, Buddhism and Hinduism, there's the notion of karma. So it's just weird. It's like, he seems to be great, but there's karma attached to him, and maybe maybe not. He has to deal with this karma. There's like something which he cannot escape. So the Two of Swords speaks of an indecision, okay? Not knowing something, speaks of not listening to one's intuition because you're too afraid, because of this clarification card, I would say, because there's something inside of you screaming. Okay, this might be how someone around him is behaving, or the way he is perceived by others. I would not say that this applies to the way he's perceived by others. I don't think Keanu is perceived as someone who's indecisive, as someone who is really not intuitive. I don't think he is perceived like that. And I don't think that he's perceived as someone who has like this... This card to me is like a very demanding person, kind of narcissistic sort of person. This card to me, the clarification card, the oracle cards. So an indecisive person who's a never-ending pit of need. This is not him, okay? This is not the way he's perceived. Now, this could be deep pain, okay? This could be deep pain. So if this is him, this is the way he's perceived by others, I could read the clarification card as deep pain that he keeps hidden inside of himself. Yes, okay. And maybe someone around him might see this deep pain that he keeps hidden inside himself, and he doesn't let it come out and shout, which would make me understand better the strength card, because the strength card is self-domain, controlling yourself really well. So maybe the way for him to not allow this deep pain to come out and shout, the way for him to do it is just be still. Sometimes not making a decision about certain things that hurt him. Or not let himself, Keanu, kind of drown in his own, so to speak, waters. Because water represents our emotional side. Okay, this is a way of reading it. But to me, it's more like someone around him. And this, again, is for the next 12 months. Someone who's really indecisive, someone who is not connected with their intuition, who is an ending pit of demanding things. Like a narcissistic person, not connected with their own intuition, indecisive, who's screaming for things all the time. I want this, I want this, I want that. And he's connected with this person in a spiral. This person goes down in a spiral. Like, this is a karma thing. This is a karmic connection. Now, this could be someone he already knows or someone new. Because you see here the Princess of Coins. It's kind of similar. These seems to be like similar women. This is a brunette. And here, in the Two of Swords, this is another brunette. And they seem to be the same person. At least they are young people. Late 20s, early 30s, something like that. And there's like a similar theme. Connected, like karmically connected. Somehow. karmically connected. Yeah, and this person doesn't reveal herself because this person is fully dressed, and the feet, the foot that connects with, that touches the water, has a shoe. So there's no connection with this person's intuition. There is no connection with this person's intuition. This is why this person cannot make a decision. And this person is always still inside and doesn't leave this never-ending spiral. Because this person does not connect. I'm going to say it's a woman. I might be wrong. Doesn't connect with her inner self. And because she doesn't connect with her inner self, nothing is ever enough. Like, there's no self-knowledge, I would say. I don't know. This is weird. This seems to be like two different things. On the one hand, he's making a movie, or he's going to make a movie or a project that it's spiritual, some sort of spiritual project. On another level, he might meet someone, either connected with this new project or not, who's a young person, who's a bit the narcissistic type. If it's not a young person, it's someone who's immature, emotionally immature. And he's like connected with this person like in a spiral, like a karmic connection. So this is like two things. Like, he's really... Now, the betrayal might be from this person, this narcissistic person. This person who does not connect with her inner intuition. Who might be a new person or someone whom he already knows. So a movie... a spiritual movie, some sort of betrayal, or maybe he's ill also, a new person, or a person, someone that he already knows, and he's like entangled in this person, with this person, can't get out, because this is like a karmic thing, like a karmic connection. Now, the advice, fear, or hope, there's the Seven of Wands. And this is the clarification card. Again, clarification card to me seems like someone who is ill. He might be ill. He really should check his health. I only wish good things to Keanu, okay? I don't know, I'm just reading the cards. So he really needs to check his health because there's something connected with his health. And I think he might be the type who, with the Seven of Wands, it's like we defend ourselves. And if he's being told, oh, you need to go to the doctor, just, you know, a regular checkup, or if you're feeling tired, you need to go to the doctor, you know, just to see how things are, maybe make a few exams, you know. If he's told this, he might defend himself saying things like, I'm fine, I'm perfectly fine. I am perfectly healthy. And he might not, even if he feels it in his body, he's like, I'm fine, okay, I am healthy. I am perfectly fine, this is just a flesh wound, okay? Even though he feels not so fine. I'm thinking on a physical level, it could be also in an emotional level. I don't know, but the advice here is to, you know, he should check his health. Honestly, he should check his health. He should defend his health. He should defend his well-being. He should defend himself from something which is not right. Should defend himself also as an advice. But if it's health-related matters, he should go to the doctor. If this is a movie, he should defend his vision, but at the same time, he should not defend it in such a way that makes it impossible for the movie to be made if this is indeed a new movie. Because if he defends his vision way too much, if things need to be done in a certain way, if he's way too perfectionist, this movie, whatever it is, won't be made. Or he might make himself sick because he defends the way he sees it to the extreme. He defends his vision to the extreme. If this is someone around him who's not good for him, with whom it's not healthy for him, he should defend himself from this person. It doesn't matter if it's someone he already knows or someone he will meet within the next 12 months. Now, the final card, the final two cards, is the Four of Cups, like I said, and this card, which to me this is illness. To me this is like a rest time. At some point you will need to rest because it doesn't feel good. Allegedly, I have no idea. This is for entertainment purposes only. I do not know him. I don't know Keanu Reeves. I don't know anyone who knows him. I'm not associated with him in any shape or form. Please don't sue me. It feels like he's forced to take a break, to go and rest, which kind of makes sense with this card. Here, the Ancient Ones, basically saying that he kind of needs to, I don't know, go to nature. Yeah, living a life of empathetic awareness, but also towards himself, okay, not just towards others. Living in harmony. This could also be reading ancient religious texts. So he might be doing that. He might be not feeling great at some point within the next 12 months, from December 2020 up to November 2021. And he has to take a break in order to recuperate, in order to be better, not be sick. And maybe he might be reading religious texts. And while he's doing that, while he's resting, he might have this idea for a movie, which could be spiritual, somehow could be like a spiritual movie, connected with spirituality of some kind. And there's like a woman who's young, might be a brunette, with whom he's entangled with. And these two cards, within the next 2 to 3 months, the Strength card with this clarification card, another way of reading this is like containing himself, disciplining himself, and kind of not allowing his inner child to come out and play. Or someone is doing that towards him, like a Leo person is not allowing him to come out and play. In play, so to speak, like the inner child. It's more like a spiritual reading. This is interesting. It's more like a spiritual reading. I think there's some sort of new movie, new project that he's going to be really enthusiastic about it. A new spiritual project, a new movie, spiritual in base. I'm not talking about the ones like the sequels that he's making. It's something else, something new. Okay? Well, that's it. This is the reading that I have for Keanu Reeves for the next 12 months. Please don't sue me. I hope you enjoy it. It might make no sense now. So come back in 12 months and tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm right. I'm fine with it. And Keanu Reeves, if you see this reading, hey, I hope you like it. That's it. That's all that I have. Bye-bye.